I'm staring at a 3rd and 10.
Hey, you got 3 down.
Go! Fight!
From the gun, Chandler. Airing it out deep for Smith. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down. Here's the Raiders punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go!
At their own 22-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Looking to throw. Chandler. And he connects with Vance McDonald. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
To throw on 3rd down. Chandler. Here as he's taken down. Sam Hubbard tracks him down away in the backfield for a loss of 16. Here's the Raiders punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. This is taken at the 23. That one in the books as a 64-yard punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
To throw on 2nd down, Alexander. And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack. Maurice Hurst able to record his 5th sack of the season. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
Watch the screen. 57's the mic. Hey, I'm coming after you. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Hey, we got to check. Crunch. Okay. Spell. Check. Squeeze. Trot. Slam.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Crowder now to return. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Trying to get the run game going. Here's Smith. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but closed there quickly at the end. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Here we go.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Ready?
On 1st and 10, Chandler. This is caught, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. In for the score, and the Raiders have retaken the lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
17.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times.
It's caught inside the 25. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing, often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They go back to the ground with Smith. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
22 Jet Bomber, 22 Jet Bomber.
Check 31, check 31.
Hit it.
They'll run on first down. It's Smith. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. He finds his way into the secondary again on this drive. They might want to try getting him down a little closer to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, what do they call that? Third level run. First level being the D-line and linebacker. Second level in the secondary, the third. When you block it up well and you make the secondary do all the tackling, that will wear on a defense.
Back to throw. Chandler going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 2. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Joey Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Third and long.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Off play action. Chandler. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Now Bullock to add the extra point. And now it's blocked. Now the Chargers have it. And now look at him go. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. 10. And he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Alexander. It's complete to Williams. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun, Alexander. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cleveland Farrell racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5.
Go now.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Here's Smith as he'll try to run some clock. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
61. Match box. Go.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
On 3rd down, Chandler. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Nowhere to go that time. It's a 46-yard punt with a loss on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Throwing. On 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Allen's got it complete. And a healthy gain of 8 here. They double their workspace out to the 16.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Let's go, D.
Mike 42, Mike 42. Pass. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
On 1st down, it's Smith. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Looking to throw. Chandler, it's complete, swings it out to his running back.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
They'll run on first down. Smith. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Smith. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Switch. Tight dog. Check nickel.
Now it's Smith, and he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives him a chance to run.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Maurice Hurst in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Back to throw. Allen. His throw incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that can finish things off for them.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He'll look to throw. It's Williams on the catch. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's fourth down.
Complete to Mark Williams. He steps out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on fourth down.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. 42 the mic, boy. 42. 42 the mic. Hey, Haywood.
Allen will look to throw for it on fourth. The catch made by Miller. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
Check. Check. 42's the mic.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Wall. Get wall.
Middle. Greystone, travel.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. That's going to set them back 5 yards. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the stick, second and 15.
Alert! X3, 218, chop it.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Mike 42, Mike 40. Middle.
To throw is Allen. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Maurice Hurst, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you